Hi guys.
Put me in your pocket. Take me where you go. You won't ever have to face this world alone. Take me in your pocket.
So today I decided to look as nerdy as possible because, as you guys know, I started school last Monday. So I have a couple things to talk to you about. Eins! Last time I was at Chrissy's, I asked her if I showed her my Dr. Imaginarian's mystical globy thing of bewilderment, and she said no. So I just remembered that I should show you guys. And it's this bottle, and I got it at the Renaissance Fair, and it's pretty cool. It's like this, and it's got gold dust in it. I'm not sure. He didn't say what it was for obvious reasons because he didn't want people stealing his idea. But he goes around. The guy he goes around and searches for really cool looking bottles, and I really liked this one because it was round and it had a handle and a little spout. And I think it was probably a wine bottle at one point. A lot of them were alcohol type bottles. And yeah, so you just shake it around, shake it, and then you're like, wow! And you just try! To keep with my nerdification today, I have a couple magazines that I want to show you. Aww. I forgot that my fan was on. I got two Doctor Who magazines, one Doctor Who magazine and one knitting magazine, and I know that I can probably knit stuff I probably don't need a simple knitting one, but the other knitting one that they had was like extreme knitting, and I'm not quite extreme. Here it is. It's this one. Look at that. Imagine knitting. She looks like she's knitting like a hammock, which would be awesome. We should try that sometime. Knitting a hammock. So she's got one, and then this other girl is holding some too, and they're just like huge. I think there was a crochet hook in here. I saw it. Here it is. She's holding a huge crochet hook. But actually, whatever she's wearing looks pretty cool. My other one, Doctor Who, it's got Captain Jack on it. I have only watched the first 3 episodes of Torchwood. There are 6 or 7 or something like that. And, but we stopped getting them. Last weekend I went to my dad's house and I watched the first episode of the second half of season 2 of Matt Smith's Doctor Who one, and it was interesting. This talks about the possibility of Matt Smith meeting Captain Jack Harkness, which I think would be awesome. Last week, in my steel class, the instructor passed out a magazine. He didn't pass out. He handed out magazines for the steel structures thing. I don't know. He gets a bunch. Anyway, so I picked one up, and I was flipping through it, and I thought it was a hilarious ad in here that I felt needed recognition. So I flipped this page, and it says, puts a little color back into your life. And it shows a picture of the brand new steel manual over there, and it's red, and it says steel on it, and it's now available. And look at that price. $175 for members and $350 for non-members. I happen to own this steel manual. I've got it right here. And for one thing, it's a lot bigger than it looks like in that picture. And it is definitely red, but it's not like I'm putting red color back into my life. It's just kind of a heavy, we call it the Bible, the Steel Bible, because it's kind of bound like one, and it's got really, really thin pages, like a Bible. Yeah, so I was looking through it, This is color. I paid $125 for mine because I'm a student. But look, it's got colored graphs in it. Isn't that so pretty? I just want to snuggle down with this book. I'm just kidding. Dry! So for my classes that I'm taking this semester, I've got Steel Design, German 101, Construction Materials, Circuits, and then I have Environmental Engineering. My favorite class so far, of course, is German. It's fun and it's very interesting. But out of my engineering classes that I'm taking, my favorite one is the Environmental Engineering, because it's not really, it's kind of an lecture class in that you sit there and he talks pretty much the whole time, but he doesn't really write down all that much, and it's kind of more of a discussion type class, because he'll talk about stuff and people just raise their hand and ask questions, and it's really interesting because they have very good questions, and it's interesting to figure out that kind of stuff. And so one of the things we were talking about last week was wastewater treatment plants and how Moscow has one. One of the goals of someone who works at a wastewater treatment plant is to stop people from getting in for obvious reasons. But obviously, you can't keep everyone out. So there was this guy who was not altogether sober. Actually, he probably wasn't at all. He was probably completely wasted. He decided that it would be a fun idea to go swimming in the primary sanitary tank, which, if you don't know, has solids in it. Ew. And so the joke was, our instructor said, if you're gonna pick one, pick the secondary tank. I mean, really. Mein Name ist Amanda. Ich heiße Mooney. Wer kommst du? Aus Hogwarts. Und du? Aus Silverton. Lesson over!